Hello everybody, this is your Weatherman here with another exciting adventure of Animation Throwdown. This is another Rumble with S-Mart versus SNU this time. We won our last match against Guild of Thrones, so we get a chance to go up against number 1 ranked SNU, and this should be an epic matchup. SNU is a very, very well put together guild. Every single match is going to matter, so this is going to be really exciting, pretty intense, and this is really why it's fun and worthwhile playing Animation Throwdown is for these Rumble events. So I'm looking forward to getting started here against SNU. I want to make sure, see what I'm up against here, what my guildmates have done so far. And I really want to take advantage and make sure that I'm very careful and deliberate about putting myself in good positions to win and also keep my card's health as high as possible. So I went ahead and led off with Boy Witch Steve going against the Sports Fan Joe there. He should knock out that Sports Fan Joe PC pretty quick. Going up against Peter there is a little more daunting, but was still able to pull out that victory pretty quick. I got a good matchup against that Sports Fan Joe PC. Again, I'm just going to try to start off with offense here, but man, that Dr. Bob there going up against my Boy Witch Steve, that's a tough matchup, but I did get the early crazed, so I was able to take him out. But if he had gone first, I could have lost that match real easily. Then I got my Hazmat Leela. I was able to clear the second slot there, and so another game easily in hand. So this is off to a good start, 2-0. Not perfect. I wish I got hundreds each time, but if I can keep each score above a 95, I think that's better than I've done against either SNU or Big Bad Wolves. So, baby steps here, but I'm going to consider anything in 95 or above, a pretty good match. Now, I was left with leading off Jouster Peggy is my initial play here. I don't feel great about this, but she does have a good punch, and she's got some, she's a good support card, and she held her own there and allowed my Steve Witch card to take over and knock out their second card and get the win. So in this case, I've got Dr. Bob holding down the fort. He's going up against Nun Peggy. Nun Peggy could have locked out my Dr. Bob. That when she's got that brick, if you don't get the attack in there first, your card can be stuck with a low attack, and you just sit there in sort of a stalemate. I got my Homecoming Chris there to provide some healing for the cards around it, try to keep the health up. Went with the Witch Steve to get some more offense going. And once again, I was able to dispatch of my opponent pretty quickly. So I'm on a roll here, but, can't get cocky. Gotta play each match like it's the one you might lose points to. So I was able to get the Boy Witch Steve. He was able to take out the anchor card. Now I've got the Heavy Metal Haley there to deal with, but I got Tin Man Bender right below her there, and he's got that big punch, big payback, and so that's a really nice card, sturdy card to be up against the Heavy Metal Haley there. So I was able to get away with that one. Here we're gonna lead off with. Again, just going with the offense. I know it's Heavy Metal Haley, so it's a little dangerous. And I want to back up the Heavy Metal Haley with something that's going to take that Motivate away. And I think my Good Boy Witch Snot is going to interrupt the Motivate. Just stealing the Motivate there right in the middle should prevent that Heavy Metal Haley from becoming dominant. And I've got the Perfect Husband there. Really just for the enlarge, really just to absorb hits and throw his little chipping punches out there. But as you can see, I was starting to get outflanked. I almost lost. My hit points got down to 38 there as I wasn't paying as much attention and started getting outflanked by the AI as they just started to build right. and I was just able to keep up with that. I just noticed it in time to not get hosed there with some poor play, focusing on combos and not focusing on the AI's attack strategy there. So I got kind of pulled that one out. Now I've got the Good Boy Witch Snot and the Tin Man Bender. That's a really good solid base there. Gonna keep getting the Perfect Husbands out there just so I don't get outflanked again. I learned my lesson there. I don't want to lose points by getting outflanked. This looks like I've got this pretty well under control. The Tin Man Bender, he's not a pure offensive card, but he's unblocked, so he's going to do some damage. And now I've got Hazmat Leela out there completely unblocked, 2 rows. That should do it. If it went another round, I was definitely going to win that one. Here I've got the Bender is really my best option. Against Hazmat Leela, at least it's a PC Hazmat Leela. I could have taken the short end of that one if it had not been a PC Hazmat Leela. But with my Bender there with the strong punch, strong payback, and now with my Perfect Husband stand with the additional punch, and now I went with Male Amy. I've got 2 50 punch cards in there. That's really going to wreak havoc to some of these PC cards. And I was able to get the win there as well. PC cards are good, but if you can get the natural combo in there with some attack and punch, that really has the opportunity to swing things in your way. You just got to make sure you don't get outflanked. Again, Tin Man Bender, Male Amy, that punch is just going to be too much. That's 100 punch. And that was good. That was perfect right there. Really nice draw for me on that one. This time going out with, again, the Boy Witch. That Boy Witch and the Postal Lois, that almost completely screwed me. If it wasn't for the early craze there, between her fence, between her brick, I could have been stalemated. It might have even lost that. But I got just barely above the threshold to keep activating Crazed, so I will eventually win that matchup there. But now I'm just throwing out Perfect Husbands because they're absorbing attacks. You can see the AI is getting worried. They're not even bothering to combo anymore. They're just throwing out cards. And so my little chippy punch attacks from those Perfect Husbands is preventing them from expanding, and that was enough to get the win that time. So I used the AI's defense against them. Overall, not perfect. I think I leaked at least 14 damage. I wouldn't be surprised if I walked out of this with a 986. It's a strong score, but, every single point is going to matter against SNU. We really want to pull this out, get ranked number 1. And, hey, if you like this video, please subscribe, please like, please comment. I love making these videos for you. Let's be interactive, and I'll see you next time. This is your Weatherman signing off.